Hey everybody, welcome back. So check this out. I'm over here at one of my perennial tree collard and tree kale patches. Hey, little bee just flew up. And check out all the beautiful yellow flowers over here. Now this is a mixed patch because I chop and dropped a little pile of greens, a little compost pile over here, and all these little seedlings came up and they became giant plants. You can see down here some of these leaves that I never got to harvest, how big they are. But the point of this video is if you take a closer look at some of my greens, and flowers for that matter, I don't know how well it's going to come up on this camera, but there are aphids on the tip of this flower. In fact, this time of year, much of my greens have some aphids. This one is crawling with them right here. So I do get this question on my channel a lot. What do I do about the aphids? How do I get rid of them? Well, I made a video in the past showing you all the different ways you can get rid of aphids. If you want to check that out, check the link below this video. But today what I wanted to talk about is how I no longer care about the aphids and why. Check out this amazing green here, wow. And look, a few little aphids on there. You know what I'm going to end up doing with this green? Just plopping it right into the pot with the water. Not even going to rinse off this leaf. I don't see any bird droppings on here. That would be my only concern, not the aphids. So if you're farming, you're selling your produce, it's going to be a bigger issue for you as you need a better presentation. But for the backyard grower, in most cases, aphids don't pose much of a threat. With the more tender greens, perhaps it could kill back the plant, but I've never had one of my perennial tree kales or collards die off as a result of aphids. So I just stopped caring. Now on occasion what I might do to get the upper hand, if I've got a plant that's got a big problem, is if I'm watering the garden, I'll just take the sprayer and blast the aphids off with the water. They're a soft-bodied insect. They don't survive that blast. They don't crawl back up onto the plant. So that would be the way, if you're concerned about it or you've got a real bad infestation, to just take care of the problem right away, is to blast them off. With that being said, it's part of nature. It's part of the cycle of life, and aphids are the food for ladybugs. So hopefully you have some ladybugs come into your garden. A lot of folks actually purchase ladybugs in a container and release them in the garden to take care of aphids. That's another natural way to deal with the issue. But really the whole purpose of this video is to encourage you not to worry about it too much. Pretty much all the brassica oleracea are an attractant for aphids to come in. And like I said, it's part of that life cycle. And over time, if you start working with nature and just letting some of these things play out, you come to a point where everything begins to balance itself out. So what I found is that over the years, as I've adopted this type of a philosophy, and I've just kind of let nature show me the way, things tend to balance themselves out. Early on, it's true, as you're first getting going and you don't have a lot of different variety in your garden and you've got small patches of things, you don't have a lot to spare, you may have a bigger issue and you need to do some protection and defending. But over time, as things begin to just kind of work themselves out on their own, it's because you're letting nature play out. If I was to go around and take care of all the aphids, spray all my plants with some neem oil or something, which is an organic pest control for aphids, easy enough to do, then what I'm doing is actually stopping the ladybugs from being able to have a food source. The other problem is the overspray of something like a neem oil can affect other beneficials like bees. So to me, it's just important to let things play out. If you really got a serious problem, just blast it off with some water. But hey, maybe you choose to do like what I do and just throw the whole leaf with the aphids right into the pot and not worry about it. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out today. If it did, please, if you would, just smash that thumb button for me and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. New uploads every week, sometimes every day, and I'm always giving you updates on all the different things growing on out here. So with that, have yourself a great rest of the night. Until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon. Here you go, sweetie.
Oh, thank you, Heart. Very fresh.